Hey there everyone and welcome to today's video. For today, we're going to be discussing another stale topic again. Yay! So yeah, today we're going to be talking about Kyurem, but more specifically, the original dragon, because that's the only fun thing to talk about when you're talking about Kyurem. We're going to be talking about his backstory and why it can no longer exist, as well as the incident that caused him to no longer exist. But before we begin, there is something I must mention. Now, I could not find a concrete origin for the backstory part, so this is just going to be what I remember and with what information I found. So yeah, as I said earlier, do not take this as straight fact, but I'm going to be as truthful as I possibly can. So with all that said, let's get started. So, what is the backstory of the original dragon then? The original dragon will be represented by this fan art that I found that looks really cool. But yeah, it was originally one being, obviously. This being eventually started to argue with itself about whether truth or ideals was the better cause. It then split itself into three brand new dragons: Reshiram, the dragon of truth; Zekrom, the dragon of ideals; and Kyurem, the frozen husk. Kyurem is what is left of the original dragon after Reshiram and Zekrom split off. That is where the story of the original dragon ends. But what is left is Kyurem. Yeah, he's still around, so there's still more story to be had. So Kyurem stays the frozen husk for some time, until the events of Black and White 2 occur, which is when either Reshiram or Zekrom, depending on your version, are reunited with Kyurem to form Black or White Kyurem, which is 2/3 of the original dragon. So until there are Black and White remakes, we will never know if the original dragon can actually become whole again. So yeah, that's where the story ends for right now. So why can it never be formed again? Well, with this question, it's a fairly, really simple answer. Reshiram and Zekrom can't fuse. The end. Okay, that was way too simple. I'm going to elaborate a lot more. So, yeah, I already told you the original dragon split, but a similar idea in the plot of the Black and White 2 games is used to bring 2/3 of the dragon back together. Ketsis, the villain of the game, has his organization Team Plasma create the DNA slicers that he can use to fuse Kyurem. And after you beat Ketsis, you can actually catch Kyurem, and you can pick whether you want to fuse Reshiram or Zekrom, or just leave Kyurem as the frozen husk. But if you try to fuse Reshiram and Zekrom together, because you want to try and make the original dragon, it ain't gonna work. This simply means that the original dragon can never be reformed because Reshiram and Zekrom can't fuse back into whatever their 2/3 of the dragon would be to fuse with Kyurem. So yeah, now that we know why it can't be reformed, how did this whole situation start? Earlier I did say that the original dragon was conflicted between truth and ideals, but that is not entirely true. The full version of the story is that long ago, in the Unova region, an ancient king's sons controlled the original dragon. One son believed in truth and the other in ideals, which ended the way you might think it ended, when two sons are arguing and the Pokemon has to choose whether or not to go with truth or ideals. So yeah, eventually the two sons fought about what was more important, and the original dragon split himself into the three parts, being Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. Reshiram allied with one son, and Zekrom allied with the other, each taking up their chosen ideals with the chosen child. Kyurem, though, had to be different, and he didn't ally himself with no one. So Reshiram and Zekrom eventually fought, because when these two sons basically made two brand new factions, you'd have to think that their Pokemon would fight at some point. So yeah, Reshiram and Zekrom, they fought, and they exhausted themselves so hard that they retreated into the light and dark stones. Kyurem, at a later point, kind of went into a sort of hibernation because a part of his body leaked out. Or so says the Pokedex and all those books, guidebooks and all that. So yeah, he went to a hibernation until he eventually thawed out, where he were to stay in his cave forever while being occasionally challenged. Yeah, if you guys ever want to hear more about Kieran being challenged, well then let's get this video to 25 views. Then I might make a video on that movie where Kieran gets challenged. It's a cool movie. The lead Pokemon is really great. I just love Keldeo. He's cool. But anyway, that'll be it for today's video and Pokemon Week. If you like this little event, then I will be sure to make more of these types of videos. If not, then, we have Dragon Ball Week coming up soon. And, yeah, that'll be happening next week. But I feel like these are slightly more fun than making your standard What If Bardock Was Revived parts, where we see, oh no, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Bardock fights Jiren. Who's going to win? Oh no, Bardito. I think we can kill Jiren now. Or something like that. But who knows, maybe in a couple weeks I'll make another one of these Pokemon videos, in spite of the popularity it may get. But anyway, starting on Monday I'll be doing Dragon Ball Week. So basically the same thing I did this week, but with Dragon Ball stuff. I'm going to be talking about the manga a little bit, because I have been reading up on that. And I'm just about to reach the point where Dragon Ball Z starts. I'll also do some random discussion, and a brand new What If video. Maybe it'll be carrying over some older ones. Maybe it'll just be another What If Bardock Was Revived part. Or maybe it'll be a brand new one. I don't know right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed these 3 videos this week. And I hope you enjoy equally the ones next week. So before I go, I also want to thank you for getting What If Bardock Was Revived Part 1 to 50 views. That was pretty cool. But until next time, I've been Nintendo and Dragon Ball Super. I'll see you all later.